Hey guys, it's Chris at Highline Guitars, and you're watching another episode of From the Luthier's Workbench. If you like to build or repair guitars, I suggest you click that subscribe button down below, and you'll become part of a community of fellow luthiers. And together, we can take your skills to a whole new level. If you'd like to support my guitar building YouTube channel, visit eguitarplans.com and buy a plan. A link is in the description below. Now on with the video. In this episode, I'm going to be covering part 17 of the Highline Echo laminated top guitar build. And guess what? I'm back on track again. If you'll remember, I had been delayed as a result of a decision I made to sand off the clear coat and respray it, then re-level it, repolish it, and then buff it out again. Well, the reason I did that was because in the beginning, when I first sprayed the clear coats, I decided to do the level and polish sanding using 3M flexible hook-it sanding abrasives. And I was pretty happy with the results, but then I decided to redo it and use the Eagle Abrasives Yellow Film, Super Acelex, and Super Bufflex sanding abrasives. And in the end, it's become pretty clear to me that these Eagle Abrasive products are absolutely phenomenal. They are a total game changer when it comes to level and polish sanding your clear coats prior to buffing. In fact, I'm not going to, unless something better comes along, which I can't imagine, I'm going to stick with those products from Eagle Abrasives because it's just incredible how well they work. And I think as you'll see later on in this video, when I show you the finished results, they speak for themselves. It's just like they say, the proof is in the pudding. And I'm here to tell you, the pudding is pretty shiny. So, let's go out to the garage, we'll jump in and get started, and I'm going to buff out these guitars and you can see just how nice these clear coats come out. At the end of this episode, I'm going to post a link to the playlist that I've created for this particular guitar build. And that way you can go back and watch episode 12, which is where I talk about the technique I use for buffing out the clear coat finishes on my guitar body, because I don't really want to repeat that here. What I will do, however, is kind of touch briefly on the subject. And as you can see, I'm using a home-built buffing machine, which is powered by a 1 horsepower motor, and it drives a pair of 14-inch diameter soft flannel buffing wheels. And I use one of the buffing wheels with a medium cut Manzurna solid compound, and then the other I use a much finer cutting compound to achieve that final level of high gloss finish. And what I did in this particular episode is I buffed out 2 guitars. The first was the actual laminated top guitar, which is the subject of this series, but then I also buffed out the carved top, which I had also level and polish sanded in the last episode using a slightly different technique. But I wanted to show how both of these techniques will work as far as what you can expect in terms of the high gloss shine. And I will say that this shine was pretty easy to achieve. Now, if you want to build a buffing machine like this, you can visit my eGuitarPlans website, and I have plans for a buffing machine that looks pretty similar to this one. It's actually a more advanced design than the one you see here. This one was a prototype. And this is what I call the window test. This is where I'll hold up the guitar in front of a large picture window so I can judge the quality of the reflection on the surface. I don't want any kind of distortion, no waviness, no diffusion. I want it to look like a mirror. And as you can see here, the reflection looks pretty nice, not only in the laminated top guitar, but also the carved top guitar as well. And I have to say, with the Eagle Abrasive products, as well as 14-inch wheels on a buffing machine, this kind of shine is incredibly easy to achieve. All right, well, that's all the time I have for this episode. And I think in the next episode, I'll actually start doing the final assembly on this guitar. But in conclusion, I just want to say that I'm really impressed with these Eagle Abrasive products, the Yellow Film, the Super Acelix, and the Super Bufflex. And really, I've only kind of just touched on the surface of what's possible with these products. I'll put a link down in the description below so you can visit their website and kind of get a better idea of what they offer. But I think you'll see that there's all sorts of different ways that you can use these products to prep the clear coats that you've applied for the final buffing process. And the end result is just absolutely incredible. I will never wet sand any kind of clear coat ever again, not as long as I have a product like this available. It's just so much easier, and the results speak for themselves. It's the best way, I think, to achieve a high gloss shine. So until the next episode, if you have any comments or questions about this episode, post them down below and I'll do my best to answer them, or somebody in the community will jump in and maybe offer some perspective. If you enjoy watching videos on building guitars and you don't subscribe to the Highline Guitars YouTube channel, click that subscribe button, hit the bell notification so you'll be notified every time I post up a new video, which is a couple of times a week. And until the next episode, take care, stay safe, test negative, and I'll see you soon.